Welcome back to Film Recall. The Prodigy is about two parents trying to figure out the disturbing behavior of their kid. There's something bad going on here. Right at the birth of their child, a psychotic killer is killed in the streets, and there's a lot of connections being made between the killer and their kid. It's a supernatural story that sounds a lot like The Omen, and it is. The story is fairly predictable and average, but the filmmaking packs a bit of a punch. Nicholas McCarthy directed a movie called The Pact. I thought it was really good. He knows how to make a horror movie look creepy. The opening sets up the story not just with the horror, but giving a lot of information about the birth of this kid. The editing in this scene right away, I'm like, this is gonna be pretty good. The cinematography, the editing, the filmmaking in general gets creative in how it gives you visual information about these characters. I like the way it tiptoes that line of possibly being a supernatural story or just a movie about a really disobedient, disturbed, completely psychotic kid. Now later on there's a doctor who basically just spells everything out, and I wish they would have cut his dialogue in half, but so much of the movie gives you all the information you need to know just through the visuals, and I love it when a movie does that. It's a good looking movie that has its own sense of style and tone and gives a real feeling of dread. The entire movie rests on the shoulders of this kid, whether he's convincing or not, and this kid is really good, shockingly good. Boy, this is a creepy kid. And not even just at looking creepy, there's a physicality that he brings to his performance. This kid is doing things you expect to see from Christian Bale in The Machinist, not from a little kid. I'm not expecting to see this from a 10-year-old. I looked him up after the movie, and he's the kid that played Georgie in the remake of It. In such a short amount of time, he made you care about his character in that movie. Here, he's the polar opposite. He's a great actor, and not just for his age. He's so unnerving to the point where there's a part in the movie where the parents are looking at his disturbing behavior, and they're thinking, maybe he's evil. Yeah, he's evil. He's the most evil looking kid I've ever seen in my life. It's unrealistic moments like that that set this story back a little bit, but the acting all around is pretty great. Taylor Schilling is great in the role, and she's able to handle all the conflicting emotions in her head. Some of the moments with her character I didn't buy, but I think it's definitely more due to the script than her acting. I wish the story around the performances was better. For every scene that's genuinely chilling, there's another scene where there's a lot of plot conveniences or a character makes an easy mistake that they should have been smarter about, especially since they were smarter in the scene right before it. It's a little bit too reliant on the jump scares, even if they do throw in a little bit of a twist that made me jump. There's some good payoffs with the tension, but the tense moments between the doctor and the kid, that's to me where the movie really shines. More tense moments like that would have benefited the movie, but at least here when there's a jump scare, it's actually because there's something worth being scared about. It respects the audience with that. It's not a great story, and so much of the movie falls into those horror trappings that I wish it avoided, because the cinematography, the tension, and the acting, especially from the kid, make it an above average horror movie. I'm gonna give The Prodigy a 6.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe for more movie reviews every week.